I'm live. I'm live. Away I go. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm Amanda Call. I'm going to start a new illustration for you. This is the last one in this series that I feel like I've been working on for a million years because the only time I work on it is during the stream. So, starting with a blank piece of paper again. Gonna start in on the drawing here. Try to get the basic shape of this guy. I think symmetry is oh, that's right. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing for you, isn't it, Ben? Yes, this one is a fox skull. A different angle than the other ones, so it's a little bit challenging because they really have to keep it There's a small insect. Do you see that? Do you see that little dot that's moving? There's a small insect crawling across my page. It's very itty bitty. Holding this closer to the camera doesn't work because I have it on a fixed focus, but this is a tiny bug. I don't know what it is. Tiny bug. Go be somewhere else before I accidentally crush you trying to erase. No, blowing him doesn't seem to help. He's not intimidated by the wind. Get out of here. I don't want to crush you. Whatever you are. So itty bitty. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, the tricky part with this is that this has to be very symmetrical. Got a heart-shaped nasal cavity. Look at that. Which I can already tell it's not perfectly symmetrical and it's going to drive me crazy. Oh, this is going to be quite the challenge for myself, I think. One of these sides needs to get adjusted. Get some of these teeths. All right. The teeth are the tricky part. It's very complicated shape bits there. All right, let's see. Well, my stock reference image over here is missing a tooth, but we're gonna go ahead and give this guy all his teeth. So we've got 1, 2, 3 before we get to the big scary canines. And you've got this shape almost like fingers to them, where there's like a bend. These ones on the end are a little more straight than that. Let's try it again. The incisors have that weird little bend to them. These pre-canines, I don't know what you'd call them, are a little bit straighter. All right, and then the lower jaw, we've got 1, 2, 3 again. It's like if you have a really, really complex shape like this, you kind of just have to break it down into small pieces and tackle them a little bit at a time once you have the basic like proportion of where they belong. Okay, nice. I'm seeing now that the angle on this has to change a little bit because this needs to come out at more of an angle like this, which is very interesting. But that's how that works. And then the lower canine nests up in here. Okay, and then the upper canine comes out at an angle. Like this, very fearsome teeths. All right. Side of that, we got this. This structure comes up over here. Which is why this is still wrong. This needs to come up over here. Now, the fox skull is similar enough to the dog skull that I could have just done it at a similar angle to the dog skull and not made myself so crazy. But instead, I have to be like, oh, I know, I shall challenge myself and do it at a different angle. But also it just makes the series more interesting if they're not all at similar angles. So all right, I can see another couple of teeth back here. All these teeth are very fearsome. This really lovely little swoop of bone through here. I think I can see the edge of another tooth in here. We're going to go ahead and put that right there. Clean a little bit of this up before I move over to the other side here. All right, starting to actually look like a skull. We're getting there. All those little teeth crossing over each other are pretty complicated. Complicated little structures. And there's not a lot of other features on this angle of the skull that you can even see, so I want to make sure I do these terrifying chompers justice. All right, sorry, I banged into my camera with my head. When I'm doing these, I have my camera basically right next to my head. Like if my head is like right here, my camera is like right here. So I would just like tilt my head and bonk my camera. Because that's where you get the best angle to see what I'm doing. The angle I'm looking at it at. Okay, we're gonna come over to the other side and refine these teeth a little bit. And do the ones I haven't done yet. All right, we've got top of that tooth. What is going on? What is that line? What is happening here? Okay. And we still need the rest of these. There's that one. And this one. All right. And now where does that go up into here? Having a hard time getting this side of the head to cooperate with me. Those little holes in the skull. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got the teeth situation pretty much sorted. So that's good. I'm feeling good about that. Still got plenty of other situations to sort out, but we got that done anyway. All right, let's work on this nasal cavity. It is basically heart-shaped. It's so cute. Duh. All right, then we've got a bunch of these crazy spiderwebby structures again. That's the inside of that. All right, let's see if we can get this eye socket cheekbone situation figured out. We're getting there. We're doing pretty good. So I think part of the problem of why I'm having a hard time getting that shape right is that I didn't get the top of the skull the right shape. So it's hard to build off of that correctly. So here's the top. Yeah, see, that's why this is all off, because this is not. Okay. I'm getting that. That's more like it. That's a lot more like it. We're getting better there. All right. And this part of this shape right in here, this doesn't make any sense without the shading. I'm going to tell you right now. Makes no sense as it stands. Will hopefully make sense when I start getting to shade it. Okay, we've got back side of the skull back in here. Back side of the mandible back there. Okay, I have one half of a very good skull. And one half of I don't know what yet. Hopefully will become good skull. Is what I'm hoping. Okay, getting there. There we go. That's a little better. This great big dramatic swoop of this eye socket cheekbone situation. It's got a little nub there. And then this part. And the back side of the skull here. And the back side of the mandible. Oh my gosh. I think I actually managed it. It's a nice little, mostly symmetrical forward view of the fox skull. I realized as I was really, really looking at the details of the reference image that I had and trying to break all of it down that no, in fact, even in the reference image, it is not perfectly symmetrical, which was also kind of throwing me off there. Certainly did not help. My brain really wanted it to be perfectly symmetrical, but it actually was not a perfect mirror image straight down the middle. The side is a little bit different than this side, so I was like, gotta keep it looking mostly symmetrical so it doesn't look wonky, but also, there's a little bit of variation there, so kind of having to split the difference between reality and what my brain wants it to look like. All right, so now we got to add the flowers. Which, of course, in keeping with the theme for this, are foxgloves. Which are also going to take forever to draw because there's lots and lots and lots of them on each stalk. I don't know why I decided to torture myself so much on this one, but here we are. Move that one down just a little bit. Okay. Amanda likes to torture herself, apparently. We'll see if I even get through all the drawing on this one. It's gonna take me a minute. Okay, so we've got the little terminal buds up here. The ones that are just barely starting to open. And they've got little like seams for where they're gonna open up in the future. And then down here, they're like still wrapped up. But they're starting to point down, and there's the colored petals, but they're just still all like a wrapped up burrito. You've got some that are just starting to open. So they've still got those little green edges, and they've got kind of a pinched look to them. I'm trying to like look at my reference and understand what I'm looking at. Okay. I've got a few that are just barely opening, and then some that are a lot more open down here. I'm gonna switch over to my other reference. I got a couple different references of foxgloves, just to make sure I got enough angles in different parts of the plant to make a good representation of them. Oh my gosh, this is such a complicated flower. Why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? All right, there's that one. And then they're also all speckly inside. Yeah, this is also going to be a treat to have to color in. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Why is my phone exploding while I'm trying to do this? You shush. No one asked you. Okay. Whew, okay. More spotty bits. Goodness gracious. All right, I'm gonna try to clean some of that up. And foxglove flowers have this like cone shape, almost like a pine tree or like a spruce tree or something. So got to try to show that it's not just the ones facing the picture plane, but these ones that are wrapping all the way around it. So you can't neglect the fact that there's another side to them and show that kind of turning. Or else you won't necessarily realize why, but it'll just look kind of wrong and flat. That'll be why, but you won't necessarily realize that that's the issue. You'll just be like, why does this look kind of wrong and flat? That'll be where we ended on the bottom there. Whew, okay, I have one. I have 1 out of 3 done. Oh, goodness. At least this middle one, there's not that much of. It's pretty small. I need to switch to my other reference. What do we got going on over here? Got these little not quite ready to open ones down here. And this one down the middle, not quite open yet. We'll do some that are starting to open. Let's see, what does my other one look like? All right, there we go. That's the middle one. Only one left. I'm so close. I am definitely not going to get any further than drawing this evening. I usually only do this for about an hour, and I'm not even done yet, and we're 45 minutes in. Good grief. This particular one has been a challenge. That's good. It's good to challenge yourself. Good to try things that are new and a little harder than maybe what you're used to doing. get in some more of the different angles and shapes that some of these not quite blooming buds can take. All right. It's kind of funny, these ones that are like just starting to open, they're like these little mouths, like. Sorry if I've been a little bit on the quiet side. This particular piece has required a fair amount of concentration. All right. Just a couple more blooms left to do. And I think drawing this is going to be, just getting this drawn is going to be the end of it for this evening. But we've got about 10 minutes left, so I'm going to start going over the things. I'm Amanda Call. You've been watching me work on the drawing for this illustration. Usually on here you see me drawing pages of my webcomic, Age of Night. Once this piece is done, I promise I'm getting back to webcomic pages. That is what's happening again. I'll be ready to be doing that again after this interlude of skulls and flowers. But yeah, usually you see me working on my webcomic, Age of Night, which you can find on the internets at ageofnight.com. That's AGEOFNIGHT.com. The whole thing's available for free to read online and updates every Wednesday. However, if you want to get all your comic pages a week early, plus other cool behind-the-scenes stuff, and help support me, you can become a patron at patreon.com/ageofnight, spelled just the same as the website. You could just look me up on there too, Amanda Call. You'll find me. What is that? What is that lump? That's not bad right there. Looking pretty good, little blossom. You can also find me on the social medias. I'm on Twitter at Age of Night. I'm on Instagram at Amanda Call Art. There is a Facebook page for Age of Night if you do the Facebook. That's it for social medias, really. I don't do TikTok. I don't understand TikTok. I'm sorry. I try to keep up. I try to not be that like person who's like, I'm in my 30s. I can't figure out technology. It's like, but whatever the thing is, just changes too fast for my little simple old lady brain that barely can operate a computer in the first place. But I do manage to live stream here. Oh my god, my eraser just tried to come apart. What is this? What is this situation? There we go. I do these live streams on YouTube every Tuesday. So if you like them, be sure to like the video and share it with people. Subscribe to my channel so that you can make sure to not miss next time I go live and do another one of these. Every Tuesday at 8, I will be here. But I do also do other videos. So I've got ones of like just talking about different process stuff for art or how I organize my work or any number of things. Or just time lapses of me working on stuff. All sorts of different art content. If any of that sounds appealing, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you around. That'd be great. Am I forgetting anything? Probably. Last blossom. All right, there we go. I just barely in the nick of time managed to get all the penciling done. Managed to get the pencil drawing done. I guess we're going to have a lot to do next time. So next week at this same time, I will start tackling colors on this since I just barely finished the pencils. Well, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out, and I will see you all next time. Bye.